Hello everybody, welcome back to another practice. Today is going to be relatively short and sweet. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. I always say that and then it ends up still being like 45 minutes at least. But I'm really going to try because I want there to be some more practices on this channel that are easy go-tos when you only have a few minutes. We're going to be taking flight today, so a lot of airplane pose, a lot of balancing, and maybe even some handstands. So let's go ahead and just get right to it, get started. So come to, actually, I'm gonna pull this back just a little bit. Airplane pose and my desk and I don't get along very well. So come to a seat at the front of your mat, to come to a comfortable cross-legged position, maybe pulling the flesh away from your sitting bones so that you can really ground down through the earth. Grow your spine long, close your eyes, allow your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. Start to become more aware of your breath. How does it feel as it enters your body and fills your lungs? And how does it feel when you can exhale everything out, pulling your belly button towards your spine, completely emptying those lungs? Start to ignite your ujjayi breath, that gentle constriction in the back of your throat to make, kind of like you make if you're fogging up a mirror, but you're keeping your mouth closed, obviously. Creating that gentle oceanic kind of sound in the back of your throat. This helps slow down our breathing, regulate our nervous system. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head, palms come to touch, and then pull them down in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs into your sternum, fingertips touch. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice today. And then take one big deep breath in and sigh it all out. Float your eyes open, come up over hands and knees, plant your palms into tabletop position, spread your fingers wide, place your knees right under your hips, and let's move through a few cat and cow. Inhaling, drop the belly in, increase. Expand your ribs, expand your collarbone, gaze up, and exhale. Pull your belly button to your spine, push the floor away. Continue moving through a nice fluid cat and cow on your own breath. I invite you to take some motions, maybe doing circles, maybe wagging your tail, looking at your opposite heel, whatever you need to do to kind of get your wiggles out. And then on your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Kick your right foot out behind you. Stay up on your toes. Toes are tucked. Lift your left arm, reach it forward. And then lift your right leg, keeping that nice flat tabletop on your back, toes pointing down. Waking up the core a little bit here. And then set your left hand down. Sweep your right foot up and over to the left side of your mat, up on your toes, and kind of gaze back at your right foot over your left shoulder. Getting a nice little side body stretch here. And then bring your head back to neutral first. Lift that right leg up and over out to this right side of your mat. Bring your foot so your toes are pointing forward, your foot is flat, and come up to a kneeling position. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Grab onto your left wrist with your right thumb and index finger, and then just bend over towards that right leg, stretching into that left side body. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands back to tabletop and lift that right leg back and set your knee down. Kick that left foot back, toes are tucked. Then reach your arms forward, your right arm forward, not both of them, then you'll fall on your face. And then raise that left leg straight up, keeping that nice flat back. Holding here, keep your belly button pulling up towards your spine. Fingertips reaching out long. Energy through your left heel. And then set your right hand back down, sweep that left leg up and over across to the right side and gaze over at your your left foot over your right shoulder. And then bring your head back to neutral. Lift that left leg up and out to the left side, toes pointing forward. Come up into a tall kneel. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Grab your right wrist with your left thumb and index finger and gently side bend over to the left. Come on back up. Place your hands back in that tabletop position. Bring your left knee back. Go ahead and tuck your toes. Send your hips high. Press your chest back. Downward facing dog. Maybe paddle through your dog. Slowly pushing one heel down towards the floor and then the other. Make sure you're pushing through all 5 fingers on each hand. The tendency is going to be to kind of want to press towards that outer edge of your hand, your pinky side of your hand. Make sure there's even pressure through the thumb and index finger mound of your both hands. Bring both knees as straight as you can, but they do not have to be straight here. This is our first down dog of the day. Heels do not have to be down on the floor. Just find stillness here. Feeling that pressing out of your shoulders, wrapping those shoulder blades. Low belly pulling up and in. Come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms, and slowly taking little bitty baby steps all the way up to your mat, up to the top of your mat. Take an inhale here to a flat back, hands to shins, lengthen your spine, head reaches forward, and then exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees a lot, bringing your chest all the way to your thighs. Let your head be heavy here, feeling that release. Maybe grabbing behind your thighs, or you can grab opposite elbows and kind of hang in ragdoll pose here. Generous bend in your knees. And then find some stillness. Slowly roll all the way up to stand. Head comes up last. Shoulder blades rolling back. Palms face forward, mountain pose. My sweatshirt's eating me. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. palms meet at the top, and then bring it straight through the center, swan dive over the legs, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to stand. Palms meet overhead, and then come right back down, keeping it moving here. We're trying to get warm. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, roll all the way up to stand. Arms reach overhead, and then bringing it through prayer, diving all the way back down, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale to a flat back. Maybe your fingertips can come a little lower as you're warming up. Then plant your palms, step back to a plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, slide your fingertips right underneath your ribs. Inhale, roll your shoulder blades back, press up, baby cobra. Exhale, back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Don't push too much with your hands. The pressure on your hands is light. You're lifting with your upper back. Exhale it down. One more, pushing up, baby cobra. And then exhale, push up onto your knees. Send your hips back up over your thighs. Walk your hands forward. Hips stay high, press your chest down for puppy pose. Come back up, pull your hands back, a handprint length, tuck your toes in, your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg's gonna rise up, keeping your hips square to the front of your mat. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest, maybe hover for just a moment, and then set your foot down between your palms, lower your back knee. Inhale, come up for a low lunge. Keep those back toes tucked today. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back up to three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Hips are square. Exhale, pull that knee forward, hug it into your chest, a little pause here. Then step your foot between your palms, let your right knee come down. Inhale, low lunge, keeping those right toes tucked under. Exhale, hands down, frame your foot. Step that left foot back and up, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank, lower down, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot between your palms. Inhale, coming up to a crescent lunge. Make sure you're pulling that right hip back into its socket and your left hip bone forward in space. Stay here. Stack that right knee over your ankle. Maybe allow that back leg to be a little bit bent in order to keep your hips pointing straight forward. One more breath here. And then exhale, hands come down, frame your foot. Step that right foot back to three-legged dog. Exhale, forward to plank. Maybe lift that, keep that right leg lifted. Lower down, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Hover for a minute. Set the foot between your palms and rise up, crescent lunge. Check your alignment. If you need a little bit more space, there's always the option to widen the space between your front and your back foot. One more big inhale. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Shoot that left foot back to three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank, maybe leaving that left leg lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Extended mountain. Exhale, hands meet in front of your heart. Take a breath. Exhale, hands down to your side. Inhale, sweep your arms up and ahead. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back, and move through your vinyasa. One more sun A, look between your palms. Exhale, float it or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way to stand. Exhale, swan dive right back down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step back and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg's going to rise. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Set the foot down between your palms. Inhale, arms rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale your hands down behind your back. Palms come to touch. Clasp your hands and then roll your shoulder blades back. Pull your knuckles down towards the floor. Maybe a little baby back bend to rise a little bit, opening your chest, opening your shoulders. But really think of pulling your knuckles down so you're not shrugging your shoulders to get that extension. Check in with your alignment. Make sure that right knee is still stacked right over that right ankle. Unclasp your hands, reach your arms up overhead, and then go ahead and open it up to warrior two. So the back toes should be pointing slightly forward if you can. If not, the back of your foot may be parallel to your mat, the back side of your mat. But ideally, your right knee is stacked right over your right ankle. Straighten that right leg. Shoot your hips back. Shift your hips back. Reach forward like you're trying to reach for the wall in front of you. And then come down to a block, the floor. Maybe your hand meets you at your ankle for triangle pose. Left arm reaching straight up to the sky. One long line of energy. Soften your right knee so it's not locked. Rotating towards the ceiling from your navel. And then all at once, let's rebend that right knee, reach that right arm forward, find your warrior two. Flip your right palm over, reach it forward. Inhale back, peaceful warrior. Exhale down, frame your right foot, come up onto your back toes, step that left foot in just a hair. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, pyramid pose. Allow your neck to relax. And then go ahead and plant your palms. Step that left foot back again. Shoot that right leg back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward to plank. Right leg stays lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the foot between your palms and come up to crescent lunge. Find your good alignment here. And nice and warm. Exhale your hands behind your back. If you can, clasp your hands with the other thumb on top. It's the one that's not your natural way to go. Then palms press, pull your shoulder blades down and back, knuckles towards the floor, a little gaze up, feeling that chest open. It's not a big back bend. Unclasp your hands. Inhale your arms up overhead. And then go ahead and open it up for warrior two on the left side. Find your alignment. Making sure your right knee or left knee is right over your ankle. Arms reaching wide. Gazing over that left middle finger. Straighten that that left leg. Shift your hips back. Reach that left hand far, far forward as you can. And then once it lands, either on your ankle, shin, floor, a block, move into your triangle pose. Collarbones are wide here. Gaze is steady. All at once, we're going to bend that left knee, bring the body up. Warrior two for a breath. And then flip that left palm forward, reach it forward, sweep the sky. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step that right foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. So your right toes are pointing forward, left toes are pointing forward. And then exhale, bow over that left leg for pyramid. Allow your neck to relax. Plant your palms around that left foot. Take a little step back with your right. Shoot that left leg back and up. Three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Left leg stays lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna go with that same flow, but we're gonna kind of build here. So, inhale that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the foot down between your palms. Inhale, coming up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down behind you. Clasp your hands, opposite thumb in front, your natural, whichever one you normally go with. Open that chest, gaze up to the sky. Keep that bind. If this is too much for you, you can always grab opposite elbows or lose the bind. It doesn't matter. Bring your focus back to the front of your mat, taking out that back bend, but keeping that squeeze in your shoulder blades. Lean forward onto that right leg. Float the left leg up for airplane pose with the bind. Find a good gazing point. Strong right leg, strong left. Good job. Bend that right knee. Send that left foot back on. Spin the left heel down and open it up for warrior two. It's like the most lovely warrior two ever after that, right? Straightening your right leg. Shift your hips back to the left. Reach down and come into your triangle pose. Stretching high. Look down at your right big toe. Kind of bend forward. Take a step forward with your left if you need to. Send your right hand about a foot in front of your right foot. Float that left leg for half moon. Gaze either at the floor. If you've got your balance, bring your gaze to the side of your mat. If you've really got your balance, bring your gaze up to your left fingers. Embrace the wobble. Come back to your breath. Rebend that right knee. Send your left foot back to warrior two. Arms reach wide. Let's straighten your right leg. Turn your right toes forward. And let's do, what am I gonna do? We're going to reach your right arm up over your head like you're trying to reach in between your shoulder blades. And your left hand, start with your palm facing back. Reach back like you're trying to reach for your bra strap and see if you can catch your fingers behind your back. I can't. If you can't, that's okay. Grab a strap, grab your bra strap, grab a piece of your clothing and enjoy this stretch. Slowly, keeping that position of your arms, you're gonna turn your right toes forward. You're gonna pop your left foot up and bring your left toes forward. With a super flat back and a super tight core, bend at your waist, keeping that stretch of that bind overhead for a bound pyramid pose. Really good stretch here. Spine is long, head is reaching out, core is really on fire here. And then exhale everything out. Fold over that leg. Enjoy that stretch. Release your neck. Then plant your palms. Send your right foot up and back. And then if handstand is in your practice, take a moment to maybe do small hops. Maybe both legs come up. Maybe you do some kick switches. Maybe you do an L handstand. Just play for a minute. Enjoy the playfulness in your yoga practice. And when you're ready, come back to plank position, the lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Set your foot down. Come up, crescent lunge. Arms overhead. Exhale, your hands down behind your back. Opposite clasp. Palms are pressing. Good. Palms press. Reach those knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Keep your core engaged. Opening that chest for a breath or two. Keeping that position, tightening your core, shift forward over that left leg and float that right leg right up. Take flight. Woo. Usually my left leg is my better balancing leg, but not today. That's okay. When you're ready, come on out. Set your right foot down and open it up. Warrior two on the left side. Again, a nice little release for those arms. Straighten that left leg. Shift your hips back and come down to your triangle pose for a breath here. Always come back to the breath. Gaze over that left toe. Send your left fingertips out in front of your toe. 6 to 12 inches, oh my Lord. And open it up, half moon. Play with your balance a little bit. See if you can't shift your gaze up towards those right fingertips. Go ahead and bend that left knee. Set your right foot down. Straighten that left leg. Left toes are going to point forward. Sweep your left arm up overhead. Reaching for the back, middle of your shoulder blades. Right palm is going to face backwards. Sweep behind and try and see if you can't touch. If you can't, I cannot, as you can see, and that's okay. Just hold that nice position. Make sure you're looking forward. You're not pressing your head down with that left arm. And then turn your left toes forward. Step that right foot forward, toes forward. Keeping that bind, or whatever position you've got your arms in. Slowly bow forward, staying kind of parallel to the floor here in this Gomukhasana arms. Go ahead and release the bind if you have it. Allow your hands to come down, allow your neck to relax. And then your pyramid pose. And then plant your palms, send your left foot back and up. And play with your handstands. You never know. This could be the side that it all clicks. And then when you're ready, come down to plank and move through your vinyasa. Walk your hands back about a third of the mat. Come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms. Exhale, jump, crisscross your feet. If they land and you don't float through, don't kill yourself over it. It's just sometimes fun to try. Flex your feet. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Grab what you can. Bow your head without rounding your spine or without just being in a lazy stretch. Keep lengthening your spine. Maybe seeing if you can get a little bit further with each exhale. rolling up to seated. Come all the way down to your back. Bring your both knees really. Your feet up nice and close to your bum. Knees and feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to do one bridge pose and one full wheel, or if full wheel is not in your practice, you are more than welcome to do any other version of bridge, restorative, just another bridge. So when you're ready, take an inhale, press your hips straight up towards the sky, pressing through the big toe mound of your fingers, of your thumbs. If you'd like to clasp your hands and move your shoulder blades underneath, you just a little bit more, pressing your forearms into the floor. Take that variation. And if you're in the bind, go ahead and let go of your hands. Roll your spine down slowly. Bring your feet wide on your mat and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then we'll take it to full wheel. So if you're gonna go to full wheel, follow along with me. If you're taking another bridge pose, do whatever feels good to you. This is your practice. When you're ready, inhale, pressing your hips up. Inhale, arms overhead. Then plant your hands right by your ears, fingertips pointing towards your feet. Another inhale to the top of your head, and then straighten your arms, pressing your shoulders right over your wrists. When you're ready, tuck your chin, come down to the top of your shoulder blades, and then roll down, nice and easy. Again, bring those feet wide on your mat. Windshield wiper those knees, side to side. And then go ahead and bring both knees into your chest. Maybe roll side to side, giving yourself a little back massage. Maybe if you'd like to take the outer edges of your feet and maybe a little happy baby, pressing your knees down towards your armpits. Really good SI joint release. Maybe rocking back and forth again. It's a little lower when you do that happy baby pose. And then go ahead and place your feet down on the floor. Cross your right leg all the way over your left. Bring your arms out like wings, and then drop your knees over to the left. Gaze over at your right hand. So your left knee now has become kind of a weight on that right calf. Try and keep both shoulder blades grounded here. Slowing down your breathing. Come back up through the center. Uncross your legs. Cross that left leg over all the way now. Dropping your legs over to the right, gazing to that left hand. Come back up to center. Uncross your legs. Maybe shift your hips so that they kind of, if they got a little crooked, recenter them. Bring your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a hug. A moment of gratitude for showing up today, even if you didn't have the full time to do it. And then as you're ready, find your Shavasana. Legs can go out long. You can use blocks or blankets here. Allow your palms to just rest. Palm up next at your sides. Close your eyes. Continue to breathe normally, but don't force deep breaths at this point. Just allow yourself to really rest. Start to begin to deepen your breaths again. Maybe finding movement in your fingers and toes. Maybe bending your knees and putting your feet flat on your mat. And then rolling onto whichever side is your preferred side. Staying in this restful fetal position for just a moment. No need to move quickly. And then as you're ready, press yourself up to seated. Come back into that nice, comfortable seated pose like when we started. Feel how your spine feels. Feel the earth beneath you. Feel the crown of your head. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms come in front of your heart. Press your thumbs right into your sternum, fingertips touch. How does your energy feel different than when you started? Notice that. It doesn't have to be good or bad, or nothing is wrong. Just notice your energy. Maybe it's a color. Maybe it's a certain temperature. Take a moment to recall the intention you set at the beginning of your practice today. And apply all the benefits and blessings of your practice to be able to take your intention out to the rest of the world with you on the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.